What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite pond, the Coy Pond, episode 144. As you guys know, you can find us here on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and don't forget to leave your question on SpeakPipe. We are about a month away from getting our regular season games back in the NFL, and if there's something you want us to go over on the next podcast, click that link, leave a message. Even if it's just you cursing us out about us talking shit about your favorite team, we probably deserve it, and more than likely we'll play it on the pod for the next episode. But nevertheless, this week, we've got the whole cast of crew with me. I've got my two resident Cowboys fans here. We got Kevin and we got Matt back talking NFL current news and kind of what's going on around the NFL as a whole. But before we get into that, we would like to say thank you guys very, very much. We hit 200 subscribers this past week. I think our terrible week one predictions are kind of, how do you want to say it? Carrying the load for the views this week or the last month. You know, it's water under the bridge. That's how it goes. But thank you all so much. 200 is a huge milestone for us, and we couldn't do it without you. Kevin, how's it feel knowing you're now co-host of a 200 subscribed to podcast?
Gotta tell you, I am still pinching myself since I got the news. It's incredible.
It's so euphoric knowing this channel has grown to triple digits and beyond. And Matt is a huge help for all of that too. So thank you, Matt.
Massive.
Of course, couldn't do it without all the weeks. Poor guy's been dragged into this a few more times than he probably liked to. But hey, you know, it's pretty cool. We've been consistent. It's been every week for what's going on 3 years now, which is kind of crazy to think about. But we've made it happen. Some weeks better than others. But, you know, we got our staples of giving terrible fantasy football advice and terrible week one advice that keep us going. So that's all that really matters in the end, right?
Right. Yeah.
Nevertheless, let's dive into some NFL current news. And what better one to start with than Kyler Murray being named starting quarterback one for the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, and I'll give my 2 cents first, and I'll let you guys take it away, but you pick up Kyler Murray. You know how Kyler Murray's been for the last few years, and who knows if that's a product of Arizona or himself. Obviously, the Call of Duty allegations have been running rampant for years now with him. And you have a quarterback that kind of struggled last year, a rookie quarterback, maybe that wasn't known for his arm in college. And Kyler comes to town and wins the job. I feel like you don't pick him up and not place him as quarterback one. Now, whether he's going to be the fall guy or he's going to end up being the guy in Minnesota, I don't know. Minnesota Vikings arguably have the number one wide receiver core in the NFL right now. You can make an argument for a few others, but they're definitely, I would say, in the top 5. And, you know, if it's Kyler Murray's boat to sink to let J.J. McCarthy rise from the ashes, and that's how they're trying to frame this, then great on them. But regardless, you spent money to get Kyler. I feel like you have to use him. And that maybe is a bit mean to JJ, knowing how his career's been so far, but he was picking it up at the end of the season last year. Matt, what are your thoughts on the matter of this?
Oh, as you said, JJ was picking it up towards the end of the season. And I mean, you used a pretty high draft pick on it as well. I can't remember the exact draft pick it was a year or two ago, but I feel like you gotta give him some more time just to develop and go. Everyone nowadays just throw that rookie QB out there. He doesn't do well, put him on the bench. Happened to Mac Jones, happened to a few other guys. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, there's been several throughout the years.
There's just a bad development problem in the NFL. If you don't get instant success, they just put him on the bench, let these other guys go, and it's never going to happen. Granted, they could be trying to develop him, but I feel like Kyler Murray is not the guy you want to have him sit behind and learn from, but who knows?
And, you know, Kyler Murray was good in his heyday. I mean, those legs worked. He was doing all the things a rookie quarterback should be, that every franchise would hope from a rookie quarterback. So maybe you've got a case of I don't want to say Deshaun Watson, that's not the right word, but maybe you've got a starter that's grown old of Arizona, if Arizona's completely run him aground, and now he's trying to bring his career back, maybe is the right way to say it. Kevin, I know you're a huge fan of this move in Minnesota. What are your thoughts on the matter?
You know, what's amazing is two different sides to this thing. I mean, number one is, Kyler Murray is coming from the Cardinals, the situation with Jonathan Gannon, and it was just ugly. And so I really don't understand what the bad coaching situation was there. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But on the flip side of it, the Vikings are a team that seem to, I mean, Sam Darnold came in, had success, went on. So, I mean, if there's a situation that Kyler Murray could go into that could reform him, if you will, and bring him back, it seems like the Vikings situation is it. I mean, good coaching, great coaching there, honestly, for what they've gotten out of the talent they have. And so I'm not sure he could go to a better situation, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean, it's tough not to just use Sam Darnold as the poster child for saving a career.
Right.
But from what the public sentiment was with Sam Darnold at the Jets and then Panthers, and I want to say he went somewhere else as well.
Yeah.
To him going to the Vikings and having that breakout season and then going to the Seahawks and doing it again. It's almost like, yeah, you know, maybe the Vikings don't go 14-3 or 13-4, whatever they did with Sam Darnold that season.
Right.
But it gives a quarterback that's been put up to the test a great set of wide receivers and great coaching to be able to say, if we can't fix them, right now, there's an argument to be made that who could.
Right.
And, you know, go from there. But I mean, also, to complete the story, the memes coming out about J.J. McCarthy getting his job stolen are quite exquisite. This is how it goes. I mean,
the AI.
That was one of my favorite
AI
videos.
videos.
Right
Yeah, they're.
Kyler, congrats. Fuck you, Couch. Never disrespect 9. You'll regret this.
Yeah, you know, it's you're seeing it all right now, and it just wins some games. This goes away if you win some games.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow catching a stray. It's pretty incredible internet. But also, like, again, J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
I love everyone losing their minds about how he wasn't a real quarterback in college anyway under Jim Harbaugh. And now, you know, it's basically reverting back to that truth. And I really don't have an opinion on J.J. McCarthy as a passer. I know plenty of people did both ways, the defenders and the attackers, but we'll have to see. I think it's more of a development option for them at long term than it is a punishment for J.J. McCarthy, because that situation got better, but, you know, you could argue how many teams are really trying weeks 16 and 17.
Right.
And I don't remember who they played. They probably were. I don't mean to try and write off what he did, but, you know, it's one of those situations where you go and get Kyler. I'd be impressed if you let Kyler ride the bench as he's going through maybe, you know, kind of the prime of his career.
Right.
Whether that, you know, maybe not maybe thinking of it age-wise than anything. But
yeah.
Anybody else have anything to close up on that?
No.
No, I still think, though, if you have J.J. McCarthy and that's a high draft pick that you got, I mean, the best thing you could do is bring somebody else in, get him out of, like, the target zone.
Yeah.
Let the other guy come in, and if he does great for the team. If he doesn't, then suddenly J.J. McCarthy is your go-to option. And no matter how it plays out, you know, J.J. McCarthy gets a chance to kind of come back and make something for himself.
I completely agree, and I think that's how it goes in general with when you have a quarterback that's a veteran and then you have a rookie right behind him.
Right.
And we'll have to see how Vikings fans feel come week 5 or 6 and go from there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Okay. We'll get off that. That was incredible.
Wow.
I tell you, the internet never misses. NFL
Never.
fans are passionate about how they feel opinion-wise.
Yeah, I think Tony Romo's available, too, just as a side note.
Yeah.
I don't know if he might have to serve a couple suspensions like Josh Jacobs and Puka if he were to do that.
He wouldn't survive training camp anyway, so just get that out of the way.
No, his collarbone would be taken out and replaced with a carbon fiber version.
Right.
Regardless, on to the next couple quarterback situations that we have around the NFL. Atlanta Falcons, not named a starting quarterback yet. Obviously, Michael Penix, I believe, Matt, we read, is still a little injured, hasn't been cleared for 11 on 11 yet. So they named Tua the starter for the preseason week 1 or the preseason opener. And, you know, there hasn't been a determination of who's going to start, who's going to be QB1 going into the regular season. I mean, is this really them deciding if Michael Penix is healthy enough, he wins it? Or do you think Tua, because, again, same kind of situation, you went and got Tua, got 2 lefties on the team, and now you're looking at Cooper Rush down the eyes. I mean, again, you got another great set of offensive weapons on this team. Really, the quarterback just has to do enough, it feels like, for this team in order for them to have success. Obviously, you, was it Jalen Walker got hurt for the Falcons last week?
Yeah.
Someone on the defense get hurt. I think that's who it was.
I think so, too.
Obviously, that's its own problem. But you go in, you have Drake London, you have Kyle Pitts, you have Bijan Robinson, Darnell Mooney still on that team. I mean, you got a couple of good wide receivers back there. The quarterback just has to really show up, it feels like, and, do the most and not give up too many interceptions.
Yeah.
But here we are with the same situation. I don't know if either one of you have an opinion on this, but I am chomping at the bit to find out who is going to be starting for this team, and it might even just come down to who's healthy, honestly, and that's crazy to say with Tua.
Yeah, I feel like Tua is going to have to be the starter, considering if Penix is still hurt now. By week 1, you don't want to put a freshly new healed guy who still might have some lingering injuries out there. Just let Tua start. And as you said, you don't got to be superheroes here. You have a good lineup, good weapons. Worst comes to worst, you just dump it off to Bijan every time you don't see something crazy. You don't got to force plays with this team. So I can see Tua having it, though. And yeah, Cooper Rush he's solid backup, but
I'm going to keep beating the Cooper Rush drum until there's a quarterback
I like Cooper
one
Rush.
determined.
I thought he did pretty solid on the Cowboys.
I think you both would agree with that. I mean, this is crazy. Kevin, you got something?
Yeah, I think Penix will be ready to go. I think this is, unless Tua shows something significant over Cooper Rush, then I think you'd go with Cooper Rush and this is all about QB2. This is not QB1, I don't think. So
okay,
I think this is all auditioning. I mean, that's what preseason typically is about. It's the backup roles, right? So I think Penix will be ready to go. I think, is Tua enough like Penix that it makes sense for him to stay, or is he not that much better than Cooper Rush and you go with Cooper Rush? So I think that's what they're trying to work through right now. That's just my opinion.
No, you're fine. It just blows my mind that you go and pick up Tua, given I don't think he costs an arm and a leg. Well, for the Falcons, maybe for him to play football. And you go get Tua, and you're like, maybe he's quarterback too. I don't know. That just seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, his career is his career. It has been maybe what the Dolphins thought it would be. Not trying to throw too much shade, but you go and get him. And I would argue, it's going to come down to how Michael Penix is feeling come week 1 of the regular season. That's its own thing. And they might name him overall quarterback 1.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, he's not healthy just yet. So in the meantime, here's who we're starting. And we'll have to go from there. I agree with you, Matt, though, that it would feel crazy to finally get your, not rookie, but your young quarterback who you've put a lot of apples in the same basket for, and you trot him out there after he just healed. And he gets blasted, and then he's hurt week 3 or 4. You know what I mean? That seems a little insane to me, but it also seems insane not to get Tua and not use him as a scapegoat right out of the gate.
Yeah, exactly. If you're paying the money for Tua, why risk the injury on your other guy? Granted, they're both injury prone, so you don't want either of them get hurt. But
right, and that's not what I'm praying for. Just to be clear, I've been hard on the Dolphins for 2.5 years now, but we'll have to see. I mean, it probably is just coming down to injuries at this point, and who's quarterback 2, like kind of you said, Kevin. That would make sense to me. But on to the next quarterback issue in the NFL. The Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson starting the QB, starting the preseason opener. And then we have, I believe it said Shedeur Sanders starting the second preseason game. And then vice versa, one will play in the third quarter in each game. This feels as wide open as ever. Todd Monken not naming a quarterback 1 yet. Deshaun Watson finally healthy after a year and a half of not being. I mean, this feels like maybe not the worst case situation, but I'm dumbfounded how this has all happened, I guess. Because now you have you have Deshaun, who you paid an absurd amount of money for, and you have Shedeur, who you took in the 144th pick, battling for a quarterback spot. It feels like you throw Deshaun Watson in there, get as much out of it as you can. Shedeur's still young, and he was picking it up as the season went on last year, but the season didn't go exactly as planned. And you just let the cards fall as they are because you gave Deshaun all this guaranteed money. I think the Browns have a shot at being better than they were last year. I'm not completely against them in any means. They did a lot of good things in the offseason. But here they are doing this again, and I'm curious to see who gets the quarterback 1 role, I guess. It would just blow me away if you have Shedeur after all this time of how it went, and you start him over Deshaun, just from the money aspect. Matt, what do you kind of feel on this one?
I mean, I think I said it on the last time I was on the podcast. I think Deshaun Watson is all around a better quarterback. He just has that baggage, the
seems like
PR hit if you start him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe they're trying to make it seem like it's close and they want to start Shedeur. But I feel
Yeah,
like
I could see that.
not starting Watson is such a bad idea here. If they actually want to have a chance to make a playoff push and actually like grow from what they were doing last year, it's Watson. But
Yeah, that's my feeling.
I mean, you do have a brand new second year QB in there who I guess a lot of the fans really like. So maybe they
Obviously.
go with that for the PR and kind of let him get some reps in. And they start looking towards the next year. But I lean Watson here if you didn't care about the loudness the crowd might
The other
get.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kev, how do you feel about
I think Watson. I think this is a what I would say a platform to show him for him to show the Browns are going to trade him. He will not be on the Browns roster week 1.
Oh boy.
They're just done with it. They've already converted the money, and I think he winds up on another roster in kind of a oh god, who was it? Russell Wilson, Denver reverse trade
Okay.
to get it off your cap hit kind of shit.
Oh.
And I think that's what the Browns are going to do. I think he winds up, I don't know, Minnesota, Cardinals?
Oh, God.
maybe
Falcons.
the Jets.
Falcons, Jets.
But
yeah.
I think Deshaun Watson's time in Cleveland is well beyond over, and this is an
Okay.
audition for other teams.
All right. I mean, hypothetically speaking, Deshaun Watson being the quarterback that he is, having the success he did have at one point, should be able to walk into a preseason game and light it up. Given there's probably second stringers, practice squad, however you want to say it, all around those teams, 11 on 11s in the preseason game. But hypothetically, he should light it up, right?
Yeah.
Like, we should see more mistakes on the wide receivers, the linemen, and the tight ends than we should with him. Obviously, it's been a year and a half since he's played, so maybe that's not completely fair to say, but at one point, he was leading the Texans to the AFC Championship,
Right.
or close to it. And here we are, where he's the news side of things are struggling to make the quarterback one role. So we need to make a segment called Kevin Zesty Predictions or something, because that is one zesty prediction. And maybe it's, I don't hate it. I haven't looked into the beat writer news too much to see what's happening in Cleveland, but they have built a much better team over the last couple of years. And I still think that Travis Hunter trade in the draft was genius and smart.
Yeah.
And a great way to build a better team quicker than leveraging it all on Travis Hunter at the time. Not that I don't think Travis Hunter won't be great.
Yeah, it's just just a great time to throw stuff out, because who knows, right? I mean, anything can happen in the next month.
Yeah, we've seen crazier shit happen, that's for sure. And we usually get a couple crazy things happening in an NFL season leading up to week 1. So we'll have to see. Just to highlight some, this is Sean Mitchell's Twitter, a great Twitter follow for news in the, was not preseason, but news in the offseason leading into the regular season. Puka Nakua, Josh Jacobs potentially facing disciplinary from the league, probably a couple weeks suspension, a week suspension. Nothing's been announced yet. I'm curious to see what hits him. I don't remember what Josh Jacobs' thing was. I can't remember allegedly what he had done.
Battery and assault and strangulation.
Yeah, I thought that was the case. Alleged. So we'll have to see how that goes. Apparently there's a real quarterback battle in Raiders training camp. I can't see a world where you don't have Kirk Cousins start and then put Mendoza in. But that would be crazy to have Mendoza starting the regular season. Maybe there's some truth to that.
We know that there's some fall off, with Kirk, and maybe more's taking place there. I don't know. He's been fighting with Max Crosby or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
That was funny. Not great PR, but also there's been so many fights this season in training camp. That's going to happen every year, but there's so many. Bateman not seen at Ravens training camp practice, 2 days in a row. That might be something to keep a watch on. I don't know what they could possibly do, but new head coach over there in Ravensland. And Puka limped off the field, but they don't think it's serious. Let's see, Devontae Smith doing well. I hear more Michael Penix news about the injury. Let's see what else. Anything you want to highlight, Matt, from what you read on this?
No, you went through about
Jonathan-
everything. Letting
Jonathan
Bijan know
Brooks.
he's gonna begin, or A-Chain know he's gonna get 45 touches.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let me. I want to find that one. Yeah, so head coach Jeff Hafley on his words to stud running back Devon A-Chain. After you touch the ball 45 times, I'm going to have to pick you up and carry you back to the locker room. Malik Willis sounds like he's doing great work down there. The Dolphins, I mean, I'm not going to keep beating a dead horse. I'm very curious to see what the Dolphins look like this year. On paper, they shouldn't be great, and off paper, they shouldn't be great. So, good luck to Jeff Hafley on that one. Malik Willis is the prince that was promised. NFL and NBA a little bit. This is your schedule for Christmas Day. I do find it hilarious that NBA is trying to keep Christmas. They have 5 games. The NFL has 3, and I still think the NFL is going to blow them out of the water, and we'll be watching basketball as a slight in-between on that day. But Packers, Bears, Bills, Broncos, and then Rams, Seahawks. Those are going to be some pretty good games. Very excited for that. I love that NFL has moved their stuff over to Christmas. It doesn't get much better than that. It's another great holiday to have ruled by the NFL per normal. Matt, Kev, you guys have anything for this?
Not so much on this, but I just understand how the NBA still wants to put all these games on these big days. But like one of the biggest things the NFL does is season opener the whole week. Everything's been looking forward to this. And this year, the NBA season opener is at 3:00 on a Tuesday.
No.
Like, yeah, 3:00 on a Tuesday. I think it's the Celtics and the Pistons, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me. But yeah, it's like
Wow.
a Tuesday. I don't know the exact date at 3:00.
Huh.
Good Lord. I don't even know how to navigate. Let's do this. NBA season opener. Tuesday, October 20th.
Yep.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's the one thing the NFL just seems to continue to be amazing at, and that is planning the schedule.
Right.
It's Eastern
3, 7,
time
and 9.
too. So like people on the
Oh.
West Coast, it's starting at noon. People are going to be at work. No one's going to be able to watch the season opener because they put it at the worst possible time during the work week. Like it just doesn't make sense.
I have to completely agree, Matt. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Wow, noon,
I don't know
4
what they're trying-
o'clock, and 6:30.
I don't even know what the thought process is.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't. And there's like huge rivalries, big name teams, playoff push teams, like good games.
The 9:30 game at least makes sense, but like, I don't know. Why don't you? Nah, I'm not going to give my sense on that.
Are they like
I
thinking
don't
it's
get
like March Madness where people will take like a half day off and
Maybe. I don't know.
They must be.
wow.
Why not start the season on like a Saturday and do
Yeah.
that? Like, I don't know. That feels fucked up not to move it just to October 17th and have the same exact slate and then let people actually get excited for it and watch the 9:30 game without having to worry about work the next day.
Takes me back to a dodgeball quote. You remember that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Let's see if it pays off. Good Lord. Well, NFL remains undefeated in that as well.
Yeah.
On to some grander, big picture NFL news.
Yes.
According to Adam Schefter, the average NFL team is now worth $9.34 billion, up 31% from last year's average of $7.13 billion. For the biggest year-over-year NFL franchise value gain since Sporadico's valuations launched in 2020. That's crazy. I mean, going up 31% as a whole since last year. I wonder if the Seahawks sale played into that at all for the
Yep.
the owners switching, the Seahawks being sold.
Yeah, I'm sure
But
it does.
Nothing changes in the NFL. It keeps going up and to the right. I can't imagine. I mean, as the years keep rolling on and the NFL keeps expanding their shit to other countries, as you can see from with Eric Matthews' comments, and they're still fucking us trying to stream out of market games. That is the one thing with the NFL I will say, not to completely glaze them week after week. They need to get some control over how you can watch these primetime games.
Yeah.
Thursday nights, being able to watch it on Twitch is pretty nice. Mondays are always, I think, NBC. One of them's always Fox.
Peacock.
One of them's somewhat Peacock.
Couple Netflix games a year.
the Netflix ones are annoying, and there was like one other one that's pretty annoying, but I would like for them to kind of combine and keep that a little bit more in-house. Obviously, you can buy the Red Zone pass and all the other passes, so I don't want to bitch too much about it. But if they could stop from it being so hard to find, because I think they fixed it last year, but you guys remember the NFL Prime games used to be impossible to go out to a bar and watch?
Yeah.
Right.
Like that sucked. I think they fixed it, so I might be just bitching into the void. But I think they'll get a better handle on that as they figure more
I
out.
can't remember what streaming service. I remember last year they had a new streaming service that started off, and the video was so choppy it was almost unwatchable. But it was the only place you could watch it.
It's almost like they make these contracts with these, with a network
Broadcast networks.
normally would have like 8 games or something. They say, well, you're going to pay more next year, but you're going to have 7 and not 8. And then they take that one game and they dump it on some other, like you say, Peacock or whatever, like Matt was talking about. But it's almost like they don't even investigate the quality of the broadcast or whether that company can even handle what they should be doing to make the product look right. But it's just it seems like the dollars are just so dominant in what they decide that they're kind of dumb about things.
I agree. And what I will say is, at least the Prime, I don't know if you remember this, Matt, Prime Light launched a second stream you can watch where it's the stats and analytics of like the percent of what you expect the play to be, where to go to. That one's a lot of fun to watch.
You can follow the players if I wasn't wrong. Like if the players like names above like a Madden game.
It was really fun to watch those if you're a complete nerd like Matt and I about this stuff. But I wouldn't mind if they expanded and did more of that, because that's something I wouldn't maybe pay for every game, but like a primetime games on Monday. I would love to see, who's the who's going to be the blitzer, where's this pass likely going based on the formation, like that sort of thing's always fun to watch. So I don't know. The NFL will continue to be the NFL. I don't see how they stop making as much money year after year, but on to the next thing. Rams Cowboys joint practice. How about that?
Yeah,
2 of your favorite coaches, right, Kevin?
Not bad, right? You got Miami of Ohio there staring the Dallas Cowboys in the face. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, fun connections. I think I saw that Puka Nakua no, it wasn't Puka. It was Myles Garrett had a little swelling in one of his knees. Nothing to cry about, but hey, teams are practicing out here. It's getting better and better, and we're getting a week closer to the NFL.
Yeah, it should also be noted that looking at Sean McVay there with Miami of Ohio, that I think it was last week, it was the debut of a movie about the Cradle of Coaches about Miami University, which was really cool. I haven't seen it myself yet, but they had a big grand opening kind of thing to it. I think last weekend or the weekend before in Miami.
Yes, I saw that. The documentary they made. Let's see what that is. Premiering August 17th.
Yeah.
On Peacock.
Oh, on Peacock. Of course.
Peacock.
The cock comes back. Wow, that is almost a 2.5-hour movie. God bless. But I will be watching it. It's pretty cool. Cradle of Coaches. If those who aren't familiar, it's just a bunch of the best coaches to come through Miami, right? Something like that.
Yeah, they either started there or moved to the NFL from there, or there's some link back to. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it is pretty cool stuff. So August 17th, I guess free plug for Miami, even though they're the ones that owe me money at this point, and I still owe them some money as well. But that being said, as we wrap up the episode, we have to do our daily Weddle. We have to start off with how we always do, a little AJ Brown action. Okay, let's see if we can get this on the
6'1", 29 in the
NFC, and his number's higher than 1, which doesn't help. Who was in AJ Brown's draft class? Does anybody remember?
Oh, Lord.
Because honestly, out of the gate, I'm wondering. I kind of want to just go CeeDee Lamb.
That's what I was leaning to. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, let's do that. Okay.
From the East.
I knew he was gonna be younger, but it's an East. So my next guess would then be Terry McLaurin.
We should have done a number other than 1 in 88.
The numbers are so in between.
So for those of us who are still catching up on this thing, you're trying to what do here?
Guess the player.
You're guessing the player, and your first clue is AJ Brown.
That's
So
who we
we
clicked,
just
yeah.
you start with a player,
Okay.
and so then it highlights if green if you've got it,
Yeah.
yellow if you're close, and nothing if you didn't get that right. So based off the first guess, we know he's a wide receiver that's 6'1", and he's 29 years old. His number is higher than 1, and he's not in the AFC because there's no yellow. If it was yellow, we'd know he's AFC but not AFC East.
Yeah.
So then we guessed CeeDee Lamb.
Yep.
That's how we know it's in the NFC East,
Right.
and we knew the other two weren't going to be
But
right.
it's not
it gives
Dallas.
us, but it's not Dallas because it's not highlighted.
Oh, I see. Good point. Yep.
So, okay.
So it's Eagles or Giants.
Right.
Eagles or Giants could be number 18. Malik Neighbors is too young.
Yeah.
Eagles? Devontae Smith?
Yeah,
But
that could be.
There's no way they're the same age, are they?
They're in a way they're the same
Could
height,
be.
right?
Yeah,
No,
that could
there's-
be.
Yeah, try
Devontae
it.
Smith, that's a good guess.
All right, let's try it. Okay, yeah, I
The
I don't know why.
Giants. Oh,
Okay.
shoot.
Giants number 18, or well, could be in that range. But they have Malik Neighbors. Do they have Mooney now?
I was
God.
facing my head. I can't.
Who? Oh,
We know he's the Giants wide
Yeah,
receiver.
yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to.
He had a few big
Um,
games last year.
I know who you're talking about. I can't.
Yeah, I
think
know.
of
He had a few big games last year. I don't know why I can't think
Malik.
of it.
He's kind of a smaller guy, right?
Oh my God, Wan'Dale Robinson?
Yes,
That's what I
that's
was
who I'm
thinking of.
thinking of.
Yeah.
That's who I'm
I
thinking
think
of.
he changed
Dewandale.
teams.
It's
Did
a
he
D.
change?
Dewandale.
Yeah, he did. Tennessee
come
now.
on.
Oh, what? Wow, this is
Giants.
pathetic. I'm trying.
There's got to be a new
Giants.
player then. Someone that just came
It's
over.
not Malik Neighbors.
No,
I think
he's too young. He's way too young.
right? He has to be.
Did Mooney go there?
I'm gonna waste a guess. This is probably
Good
stupid.
balls.
You said it. No.
Oh, he did go there.
He did.
Oh my God, he's
Well-rounded.
He's also
God.
numbers.
He's number 17. This is bullshit. We have 2 guesses left. We have 4. We have 5 out of the 6 categories. This is gonna be. Oh my God, somewhere between like 17 and number 20.
Hmm.
A wide receiver for the Giants.
Wow.
This is
That's
gonna
tough.
be
We're
such a-
bad. Someone's screaming at their monitor right now.
Oh yeah, we have someone begging for mercy. They've already clicked off the video. I cannot for the life of me think of who that could be.
Is
not
Is
Wan'Dale.
Odell Beckham back with the Giants?
Yeah, but he's too old.
I don't know if he technically is. Let me see.
Is Slayton on the Giants?
Oh, Darius Slayton?
Is he on the
That's
Oh,
Giants?
he was.
That's who it is. Darius
Slayton.
Slayton. That's who it is. That's who I was trying to think of.
Thank the Lord.
It just popped in my head last second.
I was not going to get that. I can't believe I got Darnell Mooney. I was everything but literally a number off on it. But
You nailed it.
nevertheless, hey,
Nailed
we
it.
got there. Nailed it. The offseason continues. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all next week on the Coy Pond. Peace.